Well, hello, you know what time it is. Hey, Retta, it's Freedom Friday. Woo, y'all know I get excited about Friday. Yes, I'm so excited that you have joined this morning. You know how we do. Holla at me. Morning. Holla at me in the comments. Let me know you're here. Well, hey, Jonah Radabaugh fan. That's Miss Anna, y'all. Good morning. I hope that you are having an amazing day. I am so excited about today because it's Freedom Friday and because I have a great topic this morning. So, today I want to talk about, and I got to get right into it because I'm going to have to dip out of here a little early today. So, I don't want to not get it all done, but I want to talk about something that we all can identify with, either in ourselves if we're terribly transparent and honest, or we see it with other people, or it's one of those things that can irritate you. It gets on your nerves when people procrastinate. Yeah, I'm really not a procrastinator by nature. I generally am it's got to be did, let's get it done. Come on, let's go, let's do it, let's finish it and get it out of the way. But I have to tell you that, hey, baby brother, I have to tell you that it's December the 10th. Morning, Sharika. Hey, Jackie. Yes, procrastination. That's what we're talking about. She already in her feelings. We just got here, y'all. Let me show you this comment. Yeah, already in her feelings, but in a way. So, it's December, and we already know that people are shopping, folks are doing their thing, and it's rough, right? Because me, I generally am I'm an early person. January, I'm buying gifts. I'm picking up stuff. I'm hiding it in places around this house. I keep a little list in my phone of what I already bought. And y'all, I have like 3 gifts. And that is unacceptable. But that's just where I'm at. Hey, Shani, that's how it's been. See, I understand. So here's the deal. We're going to talk about procrastination and specifically about what it costs you when you procrastinate. Now, I'm not applying this to the holiday shopping. You pick your area, whatever this area is. But today I want to push people because I'm already starting to see people post things like, in January, I'm going to do XYZ. In 2022, man, I'm going to be moving and shaking and blah, blah, blah. And my question is, why wait? What are you waiting for? I'm here today to push hopes and dreams. I am a hope dealer, a purpose pusher today. It might be a little uncomfortable. You might not like to look in the mirror on this conversation, but let me tell you, you have greatness in you, and there is no reason to wait to unpack that and unfold that and just put that on us. Why do that in January? Let's get it now. So, Retta already in my notes. Okay. Let me share 5 things that happen when you procrastinate. And Retta already hit. Let me go ahead and I'm going to show you what she said for those of you that are on other channels, because we have watchers from YouTube today. So YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Let me just show you stressing and rushing around. Here's the thing. Number 1, when you procrastinate, you cause yourself undue and unnecessary stress. Sometimes we're stressed out about things that we don't have to be stressed out about if we would just get up and do what we need to do. but we procrastinate. We come up with reasons, which are really excuses, and then we don't do what we need to do. And then we find ourselves feeling anxious, feeling stressed out, even feeling resentful with people because they're expecting certain things that we said we do and we haven't done them because we've procrastinated. There is no reason to be stressed if you start a plan. Get yourself a plan. Figure out what you need to do. What are the steps? And then start marking them off. Maybe you're not a box checker. I'm a box checker. I'm one of those people that I put lines through stuff when I finish it because I feel good to look at the paper and see boom, boom, boom. It's all marked off. It's so important to keep yourself from stressing unnecessarily. We got enough things that we can't do nothing about, but some things we can do something about, right? Let's see. Shani said, as someone who is into fitness, hold on. There's this saying, will it be day one or one day? Absolutely. You've got to make up your mind. What are you going to do? And what's the priority for you? Right? So that's one of the things that procrastination will cost you. It will cost you your mental wellness. It will cause you to be stressed, and it's completely avoidable and unnecessary. Right? And I'm not just talking to you. I told y'all, I'm sitting over here with three gifts. Y'all, my tree ain't even up. Y'all know I don't roll like that. That tree be up before my birthday in November and up to the end of January. I don't have not nary ornament downstairs because I've procrastinated. Yes, procrastination can ignite fear. Not only can it ignite fear, but sometimes procrastination comes from fear. Because we are afraid of moving out and getting things done, then we procrastinate and we just keep leaving them back there, right? So let's get to number 2 on my list. Procrastination can cause you to miss the beauty of the journey because now you're rushing toward the end. Right? When you have something ahead of you and you're like, oh, I should have had that done. And then you just start boom, 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 boom. You miss the beauty of the journey. There are some beautiful things. If we slow down, take our time, we'll see them, that everything is not work. There's some beautiful pieces, even in the work that you do. If it's fitness, if it's working with customers, whatever it is that you do. You guys, my brother has a phenomenal podcast. You know, I'm gonna mess this name up. Urban Paranormal. Yeah, drop that in the chat for us so I can share that. Yeah, procrastination can make you quit and give up. You can miss so many beautiful things. I have a lot of work to do. I work on all this stuff that I do for church. I'm writing all the time, trying to get things done. I'm trying to shout out people and push people and help people get things done. But I don't want to miss the beauty of that, because if I'm rushing, if I'm procrastinating, then when I get started, I miss what it is that makes me do what I do. I miss my spark. I miss my motivation. I miss that contentment and satisfaction that comes from what I do, because now my focus is on the end result and not the journey, right? Urban Paranormal Podcast. It's a mouthful, but it's a good one, y'all. Got me to thinking. Y'all check him out. Procrastination can cost you more money. Absolutely. Case in point. Wait till the last minute to get something printed. And then the shipping, you guys, on this project was $120. Just the shipping. And if I decided to wait another few days, okay, it went down like $10. But if I needed it sooner, the shipping was, it was phenomenal. But it's procrastination. And so I'm just trying to encourage somebody. I don't mean to step on toes, but listen, procrastination will cost you. And I just believe that there are people out there who have some hopes and some dreams, some things that you want to be doing, and you've just kind of set back on it. Stop it. What are you waiting for? What are you doing? Get it out there. Somebody is waiting on what you need. Hey, Pastor Bruce, somebody is waiting on what you have. They are waiting on what you have to offer. And okay, it's not just about them, but when you give them what you have to offer, there is a certain satisfaction that comes from knowing that you're doing your part. There's a fulfillment that comes from that. And you're going to miss that piece if you have to rush to the end, which brings me to number 3. Yeah, I'm already on 3, y'all. When you're rushing, you sell yourself short, right? So let's put this in perspectives of relationships, projects, whatever. When you're rushing, when you procrastinate, you sell yourself short. Let me tell you why. I wrote this down because what you give is a lesser version of what you are capable of. Whoo! Yeah, I hear you, Retta. It'll cost you sleep. Yeah. But when you're giving out to people and you have procrastinated and you begin to give, then what you are giving is a lesser version of what you are truly capable of. They are not getting the best you. And that's a tough thing, because if they're not getting the best you, are you getting the best you? Because you're procrastinating. Let me tell you, procrastination is the enemy. It is the enemy of success. It is the enemy of fulfillment. It is the enemy of satisfaction. You can't do your best when you procrastinate. It's always costing you something. It is the enemy of your perfection, your maturity. So I'm one of those people that I do something and then I find a typo and I'm like, oh. And sometimes that typo happens because I was rushing through the process. Maybe that was because I procrastinated, maybe not. But my point is, I want that thing to be the very best version of me. And in order for it to do that, I need to not procrastinate. I need to get a plan. I need to figure out, what is it that I'm trying to do? What is my time frame? And how do I break that time frame down so that I give the very best version of me? Procrastination will cost you the best you, and you don't have to deal with that. Just make up in your mind, let's get this thing done. What is it I need to do? Let's get it done. Let me tell you, strategy is everything. You may not be a planner person. I have a planner on my desk and I write out during the week. Monday, boom. Tuesday, boom, boom, boom. And I write it all the way through the week. And then I go through those days and I mark stuff off. And sometimes I find that a project is a little bit bigger than I thought. So then I move it to Tuesday, part 2, and I knock off part 2 of it. Sometimes I have to work hours I don't want to work. I was up last night at 11 o'clock working on something because it needed to be done. But here's the thing, get yourself a strategy so that you won't procrastinate. And some people, let me say this, there are people who do what they feel like is their best work under pressure. If that's you, that's fantastic. But let's look at the big picture. The big picture is, while you may be able to do your best work under pressure, what about putting yourself out there for your next project? You've already decided you're going to start a business. Okay, you do your best work under pressure, but why are you holding that business back? What are you waiting on? We're not just talking about the procrastination of a simple project, but a procrastination of hopes and dreams and places that you want to go, things you want to see. What are you waiting on? Procrastination is costly, and we don't have to pay the cost. If we start to decide this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it, let's just get it done, right? All right, let's get to these next ones. Let me say this. If I see that a couple of you have been very honest about being procrastinators. Can you, while we're talking about strategies, can you tell me something that works for you? I already told you what works for me. I keep lists. I write them down. I put them in my phone. I put them in my planner. I have sticky notes everywhere, and I ball stuff up when I'm done with it and toss it. It makes me feel accomplished. I write it, I rip it, I tear it up, boom, that's done. And then it motivates me to do the next piece. So if you've got some tips in here on how you do it, help a sister out, because the more the merrier. So let's move on to, if you're just joining, we're talking about procrastination and the cost of it. All right. Baby brother says, plan your day, follow the planner, complete your day, have a beer to congratulate yourself. Listen, there's nothing wrong with rewarding yourself when you finish something. When I get done, my reward could be a little dance. Let me tell you, I might be like, if I get these things done, I'm going to give me a nap. Then I can go lay down and I can chill. You do what you need to do to congratulate yourself, and then it motivates you. And I say, you know what, if I get these things done later on today, I might be able to XYZ. So then I begin to work toward that thing with a fervor, with excitement, because I know I got something coming. That's a very good strategy. Always celebrate the small steps. That's what you do. Listen, come on, chant to yourself, I can do it. I hear you, Retta. I got this. I got this. You've got to have something that works. So again, if you're just joining, we're talking about how to beat procrastination. Let's get to number 4. Let me give you a quick recap of the first one. What happens when you procrastinate? Undue stress and unnecessary stress. It causes you to miss the beauty of the journey because you're rushing toward the end. Number 3, you're not the best version of yourself when you procrastinate, and what you give is not the best version. And I also wrote in that same spot, when I procrastinate and what I give is not my best version, then what I am giving people is a knockoff of me. And I want to be the original. You know, knockoffs are cute. I got a couple little knockoff bags. They're cute, but let me tell you, the zipper don't last. The stitching isn't good. It doesn't, the leather's not as soft. It doesn't quite look the same. Knockoffs are just not the same. So when I'm procrastinating and giving a lesser version of me, I'm offering you a knockoff. And you certainly deserve the real me, the best version of me that I can give you, and not a knockoff. So don't give people a discounted you. Don't give them a knockoff you. Give them the best version you can give, and give yourself the best version of you. Give yourself the very best you that you can. Number 4, procrastination causes you to hold yourself back. Procrastination will hold you back. There are so many things that I've said, you know what, I should have done this. It'll get you in the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You know what I should have done was what I could have done. Hey, Jazzy Fizzle, what I should have done. And I started listing those things, and I realized that I held myself back. It wasn't people. It wasn't opportunities. It wasn't because of my capabilities. I held myself back because I procrastinated. And now here I am at this big age thinking, man, I should have done X, Y, Z. But that's okay. Now that we know that, now that you recognize that piece, deal with it. Stop holding yourself back. It's easy to say, well, people stopped me and people didn't let me and they didn't give me an opportunity. Listen, build your own door and walk through it. Build your own space and walk through it. If there's a business you want to start it. If there's a book you want to write it. You want a podcast, do it. There's no reason for you not to. Don't worry about if people are going to do X, Y, Z, if they're going to help you, if they're going to support you. That's not even the biggest part of it. The biggest part of it is you not holding yourself back. My brother is a screenwriter, you guys. Had a deadline to complete a script, waited to the last minute. Friends wanted to go out, so I did. Finished the script while drunk and turned it in, and it was a hot mess. Let me tell you something. I love you so much, Jay. I love you for your transparency. Sometimes we do those things. We put other things, our priorities aren't straight, and then we want people to accept what we give them. And it's not the best version of us. It's not fair to ask people to accept that. And it's not fair of you to put yourself in that situation. You don't deserve to be looked at that way, to see yourself that way, when you know that there's better in you. You know that you can do a better job than you did. I love your transparency. Thank you for saying that. All right. Again, it's not a lack of opportunity, because if there are no doors open to you, build a door. If there are no platforms, build a platform. Listen, I'm a firm believer. Y'all already know. Pray about it and ask God, God, which way do I go? What do I do? Give me how. And then walk in that thing. Get out there. I started my podcast. It's not, I don't drink anymore. I hear you, baby brother. Y'all, that's my baby. I love him so much. I started a podcast, y'all. And I've only got 4 episodes up, but I got them up and I'm working on them. I was working on it this morning. I'm just going to be out there. I don't know how many subscribers I'm going to get on YouTube, but I'm going to be out there. We just got to move forward and stop holding yourself back. And let me give you number 5. And number 5 is my favorite on this list of what happens. This is my favorite because it speaks volumes to me personally. Number 5, what happens when you procrastinate? You can't get to your next because you won't leave your now. You can't get to your next because you won't leave your now. Oh, man. 1 million, speak it out loud and it shall happen. I'm a firm believer. I decree and declare 1 million subscribers, listeners on podcasts, all of that. 1 million books sold. I'm with all of that. Absolutely. And you know what? As long as I'm speaking it, I got to do the work. I can't sit back and speak it and procrastinate. I got to do the work to get there. And so part of that is getting to my next means leaving my now. Means I got to get up from the space that I'm in and start working toward the space I want to be in. I've got to start moving. Listen, I just wanted to encourage you. Hey, Kevin, I just wanted to encourage you all to go after what God has put in your heart. The Bible says that God gives us the ability to get wealth. God has given you creativity. He has given you some things that will flourish and that will give you wealth, but you've got to work those things. You've got to tap into those things. God has given you some things that will help your relationships, that will help your church build, all of these other things that'll just make you a better you, but you've got to tap in. Don't let procrastination keep you from the best version of you. Don't let procrastination cost you time, money, stress. Don't let yourself be stressed out and worried all the time. Don't let procrastination cause anxiety. And you can stop it when you put a plan together. Now, let me tell you, maybe you need a little more help than a plan. That's possible. Check out some resources on whatever your thing is, whatever it is that you're trying to be better at and do. Find you some books, some podcasts. If you like to listen to podcasts while you drive, find you some resources, some tools that speak to that particular thing that will build up your motivation and your confidence, and go for it. I need you to know that I also do coaching with Pivotal Impact Coaching. You can hit me up. I love to help people get to the next level. Don't stay in the place that you're in. There's nothing wrong with being content with your now, but understand that God has a next for you. And if you procrastinate, you'll always be in the place that you're in. And that thing, that hope, that dream, I wrote this note. I don't know what hopes and dreams are ready to be unwrapped for you, but I do know that if you don't move toward them, they'll never be any closer. You've got to start moving. I hope you have an amazing Friday. And you know, I can't go without 2 things. Let me tell you what's happening this weekend. I'm going to be at a pop-up at the JOC headquarters here in Colorado. You guys, my new children's book is now available. I will be picking up the hard copies of that this afternoon. It's called Tink and Yibby's Special Gifts. Check me out at the pop-up. Hit me up on She Victory if you would like a copy. Just a little something to encourage and some inspiration for our kids. And I also want you to know that you can check me out on She Victory, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of that, y'all. Check out the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple. Just Google Dr. D, Live with Dr. D. It's all there. But I can't leave without giving you a scripture. Because when you are dealing with the enemy, and for some of us, the spirit of procrastination is just like another person has taken over your being. You need the word to fight that. So let me give you a scripture to deal with procrastination. And it's Philippians 4:13. And the scripture is, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Listen, when you start to feel yourself slipping back into the old ways of procrastination, remind yourself, like Retta said, begin to chant, I can do all things. Now, I don't have to wait. I can do all things. We don't know what 2022 is going to bring. We don't know what January is going to be. And some people said, y'all just play it real cool and tip in quietly. Now, let's bust right in. But we don't know what it's going to be. But we don't have to wait until then to get started on tomorrow. So get started today. Have an amazing weekend. Oh, and I'm also doing a drawing, you guys, for a basket. It's going to be at the pop-up. That information is on my page. If you show up and come to my table, you get a free entry. If you spend $20, you get 2 entries. The basket is worth $70. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. And you know what? I'm going to probably do a virtual entry by the end of today. And that entry will be maybe a couple bucks to get in it. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing just yet. But listen, don't procrastinate. Whatever it is that you want to be doing next, whatever your next level entails, get started. Start working toward that thing. See yourself in the future. You look much better than you do right now. Thanks for joining me today on Freedom Friday. I love you guys. Holla at your girl. Bye.